What's crack-a-lackin', you trash eaters? This is Ralph coming at you live from the studio. What's up, what's up, what's up?
Oh my fucking god. That was almost as bad as Keemstar in fucking, was it Finding Freeman? Or whatever?
Oh, where's the
Freeman? Like, my fellow Americans, we are in grave danger.
Yeah, because you're the president,
Yes,
Keemstar.
thank you, President Keemstar. That's starkly close enough to the fucking president in Fallout, fucking President Kimball.
You know, Keemstar actually probably his presidency probably wouldn't have gone much different from Trump's.
Probably
when
not.
you think about it.
I mean, the thing is it's like, I feel like there would be a lot more press, though. It would be kind of like, it'd be kind of like all the stuff that Reagan ended up doing, because it was like, Reagan was a movie star turned into the president. Mm-hmm. It's like everything needs to be for face value, and it's like making the tabloids, making regular newspapers.
Can you imagine the secret documents, though? It's just an email to, like, the president of China, and it goes, "End communism, or I'll come out and say you're a pedophile."
He's like, alright, Palestine, Israel, I'm gonna pay both of you guys to fake a fight. And I'm gonna host my show on the Gaza Strip. He fucking solves the problem. On Drama Alert. Why haven't we done that? Why haven't we paid him to pay both sides to fucking go on Drama Alert?
Oh, he's just fucking sitting there eating his popcorn. And fucking, like, him and, I don't know the names of politicians over there. Was Netanyahu? That's one of them.
I don't even know, dude.
This is a little bit above our pay grade.
A little bit. I don't think there's any flaws in that plan at all. Especially because Boogie is gonna be gone, so we can't have like any witnesses from his last one like come forth. What was that other guy's name that was threatening Boogie?
Is it Frank Hassel or Frank Castle? Is one of those.
It's Frank Hassel.
Hassel.
Yeah, I remembered the Hassel part.
All right.
Frank White Hassel. Man, he made the biggest mistake ever when he got his mugshot too. He smiled in it. Did you see that? That is the number one
Honestly,
thing.
the biggest mistake he made was the warning shot instead of actually just shooting the guy.
That's true. That's also true. If he just shot the guy, then
he really wouldn't have. I mean, I don't know what's. Do you know what state Boogie was in?
Texas.
Oh yeah, if he had just shot the guy, he would have been in absolute no trouble at all.
Oh yeah, most definitely, especially Texas. There's like a plethora of states that he would have been fine.
Yeah, because people shit on New York State, but like, even here, if someone's on your property, you can fucking shoot them.
Mm-hmm. Although, do you know what state it was where that person that broke into a house and broke their legs on the stairs won the lawsuit?
No.
Do you know what lawsuit I'm talking about?
No. What did they sue for?
So they sued for what is it? Shit, it's like the endangerment or something like that. It was something to do with an insurance thing for not having a safe home. Like, what is it called when you have like if you were to sue the company that built your house? It was one of those types of laws, but instead they sued the homeowner because he was in their home and their home was not safe, and because of it, he broke his leg.
I don't know, but all I know is now I'm angry.
Yeah, he won. Because he broke in, and then he went down the stairs, he fell, and broke his leg or something like that, and then he sued the homeowners after he was already, like, breaking and entering and about to steal shit. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Gotta love the U.S. justice system sometimes.
Just a little callback to earlier. We were talking about Keemstar and Israel and Palestine and all that. I just remembered the clip of him saying on Twitch, "Everybody go tweet at H3H3, death to all Jews."
Oh.
He might not be the best mediator for this problem anymore.
He might not be the best. Is he German, or is there...
I think he was just angry at H3 and was like, "Everybody go tweet death to all Jews at him."
Listen, there's a bunch of things you can get on Ethan's case about, and trust me, I'm not big into Ethan Klein, but
I don't support a lot of his opinions. I just watched the podcast with him and Trisha. I just watched clips from that because the entertainment value is pretty goddamn high. I have to skip over half the clips though.
Oh yeah.
Because anytime they talk about a serious topic, his takes are dog shit. I just watched the jokey clips.
I liked who was it that he was talking to when he said, "Oh, it was Post Malone, the one with Post Malone and Joji."
Women are
And
meant
yeah,
to be
he's like, because
conquered.
in the natural world, women like to be conquered, and fucking Joji's
His
in the back.
face.
He's just like,
He's on the couch. He's like,
yeah.
yeah. Or there's there are a few times when I can watch serious topics when it's like something a bunch of other YouTubers have covered and I know all the facts.
Yeah.
And then I can laugh at him getting everything wrong.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't do much research. Or like the people he does credit for his research, like every time he'd be like, "Def Noodles, thanks for this," and it's like, no, like everybody that's credible doesn't like that guy.
Yeah.
Like nobody likes that guy. It's like you're out here shouting him out for all your research, and it's like
it's funny because he goes for like little like smaller guys like that, but then like the small guys that are in the right, he totally shits on, like that whole It's a Gundam situation with Pokimane. He was totally crapping on the dude, and I was like, what the why?
Yeah, I gotta say, Pokimane, like, being kind of Karen-ish about shit like that. Because I used to watch offline TV videos all the time, and, like, I was just like, man, it's like, now you can tell, like, it's such a big act from her.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the only reason I actually got into offline TV was because Michael Reeves joined, because Michael Reeves is an absolute goddamn legend on YouTube with all the shit he makes. Like, he had the Boston Dynamics robot dog, and he gave it the ability to piss beer, and drove it all the way to Boston from California so it could piss on Boston Dynamics' front lawn.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was fucking awesome.
Fucking pissing beer is... Can you get... So I know you're not allowed to like drink beer on the street and stuff like that. Is there anything against pouring a beer somewhere like?
I don't know, cause like I don't think, probably not pouring it, because like you could carry beer from place to place.
Yeah, that's true. And then it would kind of get fucky if somebody like dropped a beer.
Yeah.
Huh.
Cause like the whole video was like, he programmed it so if you put a red Solo cup on the ground, it would walk over, stand above it, and piss into it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is my only drive right now to learn how to fucking code, is to just do shit like that.
Yeah.
Just fucking have a heavy robot piss beer for you.
And then another one of my favorites of his is the fucking, you know, the Da Vinci robot that did the surgery on the grape?
Yes.
He did something similar, except it's a table with like, kind of like the arm of like a 3D printer over the entire table, with like a knife attached to it, and then like a hand tracking system, kind of like the Kinect almost, and wherever you wave your hand is where the knife will go on the table.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And so there's a video of him with like a mannequin with like fake blood in it, and he's just waving his hand with the knife around and he's just stabbing things.
That's like, there was an old video that was a box that had a tentacle on it, and the tentacle would just fucking swing around, and somebody taped a knife to it, and then they couldn't turn it off because the fucking knife was swinging at them.
Oh boy.
Oh Oh, fuck. Sometimes I think that we're too smart for our own kind.
Oh yeah, somebody's gonna like basically do something similar to the tentacle thing, except it's gonna be at like a world-ending scale, and then they can't turn that off.
Yeah, like Cthulhu is just going to be a mechanical, like one mechanical tentacle that somebody got a large knife for and fucking can't get to the off button.
Nice. What, dude, I'm pretty sure I talked to you about this, but the video, Can Christians Play Fortnite?
Yeah.
They were like getting so deep into the Fortnite lore that I didn't even know existed. And I don't know if it's like the Battle Royale lore or like the PvE that nobody played lore, but they were like talking about like the Cthulhu mythos. And I was like, is this still a video about Fortnite? I was like, what the fuck? What? They're like talking about like the second oldest god and the Cthulhu mythos being the main bad guy. And I was like, bro, it's Fortnite. You kids jump off a bus and shoot each other.
Fucking Cthulhu. I'm kind of surprised at how many people are still using, because like obviously H.P. Lovecraft's stuff is like, it's classic, and it's like the one of the biggest, if not the biggest, cases of like separating the artist from the art. I think it's
one of the only successful ones.
Yeah.
Where like almost everyone is like, all right, fuck that guy. We still like his shit though.
Yeah, it still boggles me how much it's being used right now though, especially after, because there was the was it Smite that had like, it wasn't Cthulhu, but it was Cthulhu. Like they had a Cthulhu as like a playable character, and then they were like, hey yo, fuck H.P. Lovecraft, and then everyone's like, well then make the character free so you're not profiting off of him, and then they were like, no.
I feel like it was so successful of people being like, fuck him, we still like his shit though.
Yeah.
Because it's harder to replace like good stories and lore like that. Whereas if like a musician did some fucked up shit, you could still like listen to other people's music for the rest of your life and to just enjoy other music.
That's true.
But like for that you'd have to like build your own entire story and background and all that to like replace that and try and phase out the Cthulhu shit.
Yeah, and I mean, there are definitely people capable of that, yes. But I get the feeling that a lot of bigger companies that have things involved with that, just, it's almost like an easy way out.
Yeah.
It's like all the fucking, all the stuff that's off of, like, the Wizard of Oz stuff. Although, apparently, I didn't know this because I didn't, like, read the books. I just knew about the movie and shit like that. People were talking about, like, Oz the Great and Powerful. They're like, such a cash grab, shitty thing. It was like, apparently the books were like that, too. Because there wasn't just one book. They had, like, 25 of them.
Damn.
Yeah, and they were all just, like, literally before movies did it, shitty cash in books that were like, Oz is in the title. My first book did good, so I'm just gonna fucking send this shit out.
Also, even if somebody did, like, recreate their own thing that could, like, replace the Cthulhu shit, it would not be public domain. That's another big issue there.
Yeah, public domain, it's too easy to make shit off of public domain.
Yeah, and, like, there's a lot of shit that's public domain, but not all of it's good shit, so you have to kind of sift through the good stuff that's also free.
Yeah.
It's like going garage sailing.
And I don't have a problem with public domain stuff, it's just, like, I have a problem with the fact that people like cling to one thing and then there's an overabundance of one thing that's like, you could have done something else but you were lazy and now you're just like profiting off of half the work done by somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the only problem that I have with that stuff, because then it's like, because you can draw connections from all sorts of shit in anything you look at, because there's that whole like, there is no original story. There were like 6 original stories back in fucking ancient Greece, and then now everything's just built off of those or some shit. But like the hero's journey, the Odyssey and shit like that. Like, you can do new shit with it, because obviously if you couldn't, we wouldn't still have that fucking everywhere.
Well, you could make the same argument with technology. It's like somebody comes up with a new piece of surgery equipment that solves all cancer in like 10 minutes, painless. Somebody would be like, we've had that though. You just put that metal together in a different way.
Yeah.
It's the same with the stories and shit. It's like, it's like technically, on a fundamental level, everything's building blocks are the same. So you're just changing it all.
Yeah. And then there's also the other thing of like, well, we've got this machine that can fix any cancer in 10 minutes. And somebody else would be like, yeah, but I feel like if I do this, this, and this, we could cut it down to 8 minutes. And then sometimes you just kind of got to go for that.
Yeah.
Fucking, I like, a good example for those, I think, is with Rick Riordan's different mythology stuff. I thought that the Norse one that had came out, I think that was a lot better than Percy Jackson, personally.
I read the first Norse book when it came out, and then I kind of forgot about it, waiting for the other ones to come out. So I haven't gone much into that series, but yeah, fucking Norse mythology is cool as shit.
Yeah, the fucking when they're in Valhalla and shit, and then they're going through the fucking what's the life tree?
Yggdrasil?
Yeah. They're going through with that, and it was like, god damn, this is some cool shit.
Well, I think I've told you this, not on podcast though, but I read, I think it was a Korean book called Valhalla Saga.
Yeah.
Where like everyone, it was like people, mostly Norse people, they were dying and going to Valhalla, and they were still continuing to fight off Ragnarok in Valhalla, but kind of how they grew their powers in Valhalla is all the abilities they had were based off of the legends told about them from when they were alive. So like if you were like known as like I don't know, Ragnar the Stormbringer alive, and people would tell stories about how you tore storms through the battlefield, you could fucking shoot lightning in Valhalla or some shit. And then the whole premise was the main character was a professional like gamer and from like some MMO, and he ended up in Valhalla having all the abilities his in-game character could use, and it was just sick as fuck, him like traveling through Valhalla and all the 9 realms or whatever, just like fucking shit up, and it was a sick story.
So who would win in a fight, him or Kirito?
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
SAO hurts my soul.
SAO does hurt.
It started out fine, and then they just like went off the deep end, and it's like, you could say JoJo went off the deep end too, but like they went off the good deep end.
Yeah.
The deep end that SAO went off of was in like a stagnant pool that hasn't been cleaned in years.
Yeah, and JoJo it's literally called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to go into it expecting that shit's gonna go nuts.
Yeah, but like, and it makes me sad because SAO is still getting seasons pumped out, but Log Horizon isn't, and I fucking loved Log Horizon, and the premise was almost exactly the same, but just done way better.
All that shit with that little arc where he's like, what is he? One of the beta not one of the was it a beta tester, or what was the?
Something like that.
He had some sort of like foreknowledge before, and they were like, "Oh, these people are scumbags," and then he beats the one guy, or the Minotaur or some shit, and it was a boss in a dungeon with Asuna, and because they pair up, and they fucking fight it, and he gets like a cool cloak as his reward for beating the thing, and he keeps the fucking XP and shit, and then he goes, "I'm a bad guy." Not really, but for the sake of everybody else's development, I'm a bad guy. Which works when that's a side character, not your main character.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And the newest shit that's coming out, it's like, I think I watched like 20 episodes of it. I don't know. It's like the 20 episodes I watched were whack.
Yeah.
And it's 4 more episodes, and it would have been over. And those 4 weren't out yet when I finished watching. And I don't know if they kept going after that, or if just those 4 episodes took such a huge turn I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Because I've seen clips from... It's because it was called, like, Elicitization or whatever. And so I don't know if they continued that, or if it's just from those 4 episodes. But I saw clips and I'd be like, what the fuck was going on? I watched like 20 episods. I've got no idea what you're doing here.
Yeah, I got no fucking clue what is going on.
The whole show is just a bunch of left turns.
Yeah, and it's not... most of the time it's at its detriment, like, from what I've seen.
It's
I
just
mean...
random shit. It's
like, oh my god, don't even get me started on, like, the rape.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, hold the fucking phone. Like, because when you're making stories... There are things that you do that make your character progress. There are things you do to make you understand your character's feelings. And there are certain limitations as far as it goes when it's like, okay, I have a main character, I have a side character. Main character, I can go into their thoughts directly. I can see how scared they are. Side character, if it's that kind of story, you can't go directly into their thoughts. You gotta show what's happening. You gotta show their face. Like, they get slapped and they get all offended. You can't just get a slap and then an inner monologue of, oh my god, how the fuck did he do that to me? Now, there's also a thing called subtlety. If you got a bad guy and you need to show that he's bad, you don't need to literally take the love interest, have her get kidnapped in a place that's not accessible by most players, and rape her.
Yeah.
That's kind of like... no, don't do that.
I will say, bro, the way fucking Chinese books talk about rape is like... It's so, like, old-fashioned and shit, because, like some chick will be about to get raped, and, like, whether or not she's just a random character for that chapter, or she's like an integral character, and like they'll like stop the rape before it happens. They'll come in and kick the shit out of the guy, and they'll be like talk about how like they did it and now she's untainted.
Oh
yeah, it's always like that. It's always like it's like she's still pure.
The Chinese.
Yeah. Ooh. Although I'm reading another Chinese book now that's like basically a medical drama. But like, I don't know. It's got more medical knowledge in it than like a show that Carter likes to watch.
Ooh, Pretty Boy.
Just 'cause, like, I don't know, like I have to look up words like every chapter because they're talking about shit I don't know. And, like...
They don't need 30 milliliters of CC. They don't need 30 cc's of milliliters. Or 20 gobbledygooks in pill form.
Let me pull up a chapter here. Like, they're talking... Because the main guy's a surgeon. And, like... He just performs a bunch of different surgeries. And the whole thing is, like... He got, like... With, like, one of... It's a cliche because he has a system. And so, like, the whole thing is, like... He can, like... use it to like practice surgeries in a space where like time doesn't move. So he's like really young, but he's really fucking good at surgery. And let's see, like, because I don't know. Let's see. Where's a fucking word that I've got no idea what it means? Like, oh, who's texting me?
For those less perceptive in the audience, we are shitting on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not shitting on it. I just wouldn't watch. All right, this is a bad chapter because they're not in the middle of any medical shit.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just like they're talking about surgeries and body parts and like types of surgeries and like it's like I had to Google like a bunch of shit to even know what was going on. And I was like, all right, and it's like yeah, like you said, when they ask for cc's or a certain amount of milliliters. They actually name a fluid and shit.
Fucking what was the other one that was really? Oh yeah, when they're going in and they go forceps, tweezers, and it's like, could you name 2 other tools for me, dude?
Yes. Oh, that's another thing. They're like, the whole thing was the recent arc I just read was like, that he was invited to like the hospital in like his country's capital to like do some research on like a new method of like solving like prostate cancer and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And like that's the whole thing they're talking about, like guide wires and embolization and like interventional radiology and shit. And I was like, God damn, bro.
Yeah. The only time I had ever like watched something in that vein or had seen anything, it was House, but I wasn't in for it for the medical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch it because I liked seeing what's his name? Is it Lawrence Lowry? What's his?
I'm not good with names.
Oh well, whatever the guy's name. I just liked watching him be an asshole, and then people talk about his pill addiction, and then go, yeah, he's gonna call you out on something, and he's gonna be right.
That's what. See the book that I was just talking about. It's like, I like it for the medical stuff, but also like the interpersonal relations in it are also like hooked as well. So it's got me on both fronts right now, because like the whole thing is he's a surgeon, and like he has his own like personal scrub nurse, and she's fucking rich, so she's like there because she wants to be, not because she needs a job. And like she's like a fucking like good scrub nurse. Like he doesn't even have to say like what he needs, and she'll like put the tools in his hand and shit, and like they're starting to hook up now and things are getting good.
He was a surgeon boy. She said, "See you later, boy." Yep.
Fucking
gotta bring the Avril Lavigne back.
Now I'm just imagining him doing like a fucking kickflip on like a gurney.
She fucking like overhead just fucking hands the board. He's like 50-50 tray flip. Just fucking announcing his tricks before he does it. Oh, dude, skateboarder surgeon. That's gotta be a thing.
I need 50 cc's of kickflip stat.
I need 3 milliliters of Tony Hawk's pre-cum stat. Give it to me now. We are losing the birdhouse.
I need 4 size 10 trucks prompto.
Spitfire wheels stat. Oh fuck.
Patch that up with a Zoomies sticker.
Patch that up with a Zoomies sticker. Just like, Doc, Zoomies is cringe. I said put it on there.
I think it was like Willie in middle school who went around handing out Zoomies stickers. I think it's not on this door, but the door to the room next door. There's a Zoomies sticker that I got from Willie on there. Zoomies
is like, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that people are like shitting on Zoomies because it's corporatization of things, which skater culture traditionally doesn't like, but now like Nike is involved with skating. Like Nike has a huge part of that. Nike, Red Bull, all sorts of fucking huge companies. And it kind of baffles me when people have like groups that started with one thing and then they just get like, they take some of the fundamentals and they're like, yeah, we're going to stick to this partially until we get something that just a big enough company fucking wedges its way right in, and then they go, oh yeah, never mind, we're going to sell out.
The only slight bit of logic that comes to mind is like, Zoomies like wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
But Nike just came in and Nike and those other companies have like always been like that, so like you can't really shit on them for being like that when like they never like kind of offered themselves as anything different.
That's
but
true.
Still, it also is still kind of like putting on your blinders for things. Like,
yeah.
Not really being impartial, but
it's kind of like when you're talking about getting food, groceries, and shit like that, and you're trying to be conscious of what you buy, and you go, oh, I'm gonna get some Hot Pockets, and you see that Nestle stamp on the corner, and you're like, Nestle, you fucks.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of fucks, when do I get to ride the drift cart?
I got to bring the drift cart next time I'm over. So, in the audience, I would like you to look up separately what a Razor Crazy Cart XL looks like. That is what I have purchased with my hard-earned money, and they are fucking incredible. They do have... There's a weight capacity, so I gotta make sure that we're all set on there.
Alright.
Because you are kind of like twice my height. So, that alone...
I'm also fat. Tyler's trying to be polite.
Yes. If the studio was closer to my home, I would be less polite, because then it'd be a shorter drive.
Yeah.
Also, we gotta watch out for Pretty Boy with his fat cock might weigh it down. Might pop the fucking tires on it.
He's got it like wrapped around the wheel. He's just like drifting by pulling his cock.
He's the cock drift expert. Or he's got it in the wind as a fucking flag. We'll have to put fucking reflective tape on it for him so that when he pulls corners, like, cars can see he's coming.
Oh, dude, we should put, we should, like, put some, like, metal on it so as it's dragging on the pavement, sparks are flying up behind him. Like the Razor scooters that used to have the spark bars.
Yeah, dude.
Like that, but for his massive dick.
Oh my god. Cock McSparky.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Pretty Boy Cockspark. I want to change his fucking contact information to Pretty Boy Cockspark.
Oh man.
Cockspark.
Carter's really gonna appreciate this.
Carter's gonna fucking love this episode.
What do I have him in my contacts as? Oh, he's Gaggy in my
Gaggy.
Gaggy. I'll change it to Cockspark.
Cockspark. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to change him on Snapchat to something like that too.
Cockspark.
Oh fuck, dude. This is, we were supposed to make at some point a girlfriend friendly episode.
Not happening.
Not happening
anytime
yet.
Soon.
Definitely not happening yet. I mean, yeah. We haven't said anything too bad. I definitely had some Cockspark, Pretty Boy. Fuck. Cockspark, Pretty Boy. Hopefully we can get Cockspark on the next episode.
Although he said he works weekends, so that
yeah,
might be rough.
Cockspark has to just, if he's gonna, he was gonna be able to do one like today, but it had to be before like 3.
Yes, so actually we could do one next weekend because next weekend I'm off.
Yeah,
And
so then we could just do one earlier and then have Pretty Boy himself on.
Yes,
that would work out.
Yeah.
That would be all sweet.
Although we might have to change D&D to like Tuesdays or something though, because that's when you have the split shift, right?
Yeah, I've got the split shift on Tuesdays, and then, I mean, technically, I
probably will work most Tuesdays too.
Yeah, when I get done my split shift though, it's probably gonna be similarly timed,
When do you get done the split shift?
Like 7:30ish.
Oh yeah, then I'll definitely be out.
Okay, so
the latest I will ever work to is 7:10.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll probably be good for that then.
So yeah, Tuesdays might have to be our D&D days.
That is if we can get everybody together for it.
Yeah, I mean, we could. Me and you are good. We'll have to figure out Pretty Boy and Autismo.
Yes.
And Gabe.
Gabe, yes.
Studio audience.
Studio audience.
So,
does Hefe want to keep playing too, you think?
I don't know. I think he was having fun with his Russian character.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I feel like he'll keep playing, but I also feel like we don't have to put off a session if he doesn't show up either.
You could just kind of be like, he's in there when he's in there.
Yeah, it'll be like, if he's not there one time and then he shows up the next time, it'll be like, oh, where were you, man?
He's serving the glorious Russian.
Yeah.
His Russian accent is great.
Yeah.
It's not like a very accurate one, but it's got
brings me joy.
Yeah, it's got charisma behind it, and
Yes.
that's what matters.
And then I think I'm gonna have some fun as Billy.
Mm-hmm. Billy. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I said this like in the session or not, but when you said Billy, I was thinking about Billy from Adventure Time.
I was thinking about.
Oh,
should we
fuck.
bleep that?
We definitely gotta bleep that.
Goddamn piece of shit. Man, imagine that motherfucker making me have to work.
I know, dude. Oh, fuck.
What a cunt.
What a fucking cunt.
Alright, that was at like 35 and a half minutes.
Okay. We also had you flailing your arms around and you hit the chord at 17 something.
I'm leaving that in.
Yeah, okay. Fuck it.
I'm
Fuck
already
it.
working for him, fucking him.
Fucking
I'm gonna say his
A.
name again. I'm just gonna write it down on my desk the time that.
Dude, nice little time stamp on the hardwood. Yeah, Sean. Sean Mendes. You white boy horhole.
Why is this? There we go.
For those who have not yet, please look up Grant McDonald. Listen to every song he has ever released.
Have we plugged him in like the last 3 episodes?
I think so. I think we gotta keep plugging him. Just like one day, I hope that the algorithm picks up that he has been, that he's there, and then they try to do that bullshit where it's like your stuff might be fucking copyright, and then Grant McDonald's like, who are these guys talking about me in a podcast? He goes, the rat nest, they're white boy whoreholes. You fucked and fucked and fucked and fucked. Oh, fuck.
Fucking by DMCA.
Fucking and fucking and fucking and fucking you, boy.
Right in your white boy wallet hole.
Your white boy wallet hole. We
don't
fuck
make money
you.
on these where we do.
No, we don't. I mean, the day that we do will be a glorious day, but...
Dude, once we earn like the $30 back that you spent on the mic.
Oh yeah, dude, we're gonna have to splurge on something, like get a company dinner.
Yeah.
have a company-wide gala.
Get me some like ADD medicine so I'm not moving around the whole episode.
Yes. Oh, what else? If we started making a fuck ton of money, a wall, like not a full ass wall, but like some sort of
like a curtain thing,
and then taping on sound foam, yeah.
And then also probably this house.
Yes.
Because the future's not looking bright for it.
Oh, I think that I'm gonna end up doing some like online school, and then I'm hoping that the next couple of months, if I can find the time for it, to go around to other places and just kind of drive and see what's out there. Try to look at some places to maybe like stay for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so that I got some different scenery.
I think I'm gonna work this year. I already missed application for this fall semester, fall 2021. So I think I might try and start college fall 2022. That'll be when I finally decide to give her the go after waiting a few years. Because, I don't know, I just think I'll probably apply somewhere, like, definitely nowhere close. I don't know. Especially, like, I don't know, if we find somewhere not cool and we want to, like, get a place and room together.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably go to college somewhere cool like that or something.
And that's why I was thinking about doing some online stuff, because if I could still technically work and then just like for an hour a day do work for classes at home, and then I could just fucking like have the general education part done, like the 2-year part done.
I was gonna say be like a part-time online
student.
Because that's definitely manageable with work doing part-time.
That and what was I gonna say? Also, not having to deal with all the bullshit of being an on-campus student, because like there are cool parts to it, like meeting new people and hanging out and shit like that, but there's also the bad parts of like not being allowed to have your car on campus for 2 years.
That's why, like, if me and you or me and someone else were like got like an apartment and we're rooming together, I would just say I'm an off-campus student that's commuting.
Yeah.
Because there's just a bunch of bullshit rules you have to deal with if you decide to live on campus for at least the first year, sometimes first 2 years.
And then you've got the fucking, like, you got the parking fees, and then if you can't, since you're on campus all the goddamn time, you can't fucking go anywhere but the school for food, and then you're blowing money on meals, and fucking what little money you do have, you're like, oh, I'll get a delivery, and then you fucking spend $50 on a fucking delivery.
Like, there are definitely upsides to staying at college. These are just the personal gripes we have.
Yeah.
We're not trying to dissuade anyone from college.
It's also...
Just kidding. Fuck you, nerds. Why would you go to fucking
fuck
school?
Fuck you, nerds. Why the fuck would you go to college? Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna learn, huh? You gonna learn a trade? Are you gonna learn a fucking thing or two? You think you're smart, kiddo? I'll tell you who's really smart. Elon Musk, Dogecoin extraordinaire. He's a genius.
I used to like Elon Musk, but like, I just feel like there's all sorts of, like, that was definitely a calculated move when he said that Tesla was no longer going to be accepting Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And like, it's just like, I don't know, doing shit like that's kind of whack, bro.
Yeah.
You knew what you were doing. Don't deny that.
And then there's like, isn't there rumors about like crystals and shit being harvested in, like for slave labor and shit?
I mean, I have no idea about that, but I would be too surprised if you told me about it.
Yeah, that's one I don't throw around willy-nilly because I haven't confirmed it myself, so I don't know. Obviously, if I don't know it, I'm not going to go, oh yeah, this is 100% true because I saw it on a fucking image once on Instagram. Because it's like, Instagram is not a fucking reputable source. That's
what do you mean? They have the little pop-up that says this image is false or whatever.
They've got that, and then the fucking... Do you ever see the one where it was this random, like, stock image of a doctor, and it's like, this is the guy from that said that COVID-19 was going to be weaponized in 2017. And then the bottom part's like, no, he fucking isn't. I took 3 seconds and I found this image online. Don't listen to everything you see on the internet, you fucking idiots. And then it still got flagged as false information.
Oof.
Yeah. Talking about COVID conspiracies. And it was like, your algorithm sucks.
Bro. So, the conclusion of this is that we're going to go have to do some investigative journalism in Africa.
Yes. And we're going to end up getting shot down by Coney. And we're going to do Coney 2021.
Fuck it, dude. Me, you, a big old safari jeep and some guns just tearing through Africa.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to fucking go out.
Dude, we could free all the child slaves and then turn them into the Freedom Army where we free more child slaves. And just eventually we end up with all the children in Africa. Just like, and start our own child kingdom.
Fucking. Oh my god. That's a modern day fucking Pan, dude. That's Peter Pan. But instead of Peter Pan, it's Kubla Pan. Kubla Pan saves the children. Fuck.
If you wish to join the Lost Children, please put your application in the comments below.
Put your application in the comments below for Kubla Pan. Woo!
Alright. to Google how much plane tickets to Africa cost.
Okay, it probably depends on what part of Are we going to like the white part of Africa that's safe, or are we going to Africa?
I mean, whichever's cheaper.
It's probably gonna be cheaper to just go to fuck wherever. Like, where's? Wait, what's the place that people are?
I mean, it'd probably be dirt cheap to go to Zimbabwe.
Oh yeah, with all the Zimbabwe fun bucks and shit. When did they switch from their own currency that meant nothing over to the euro?
I don't know. Probably when like billions of dollars couldn't buy shit anymore. All right. Let's. Oh. Wait a second.
I don't want to knock over my Pepsi.
I'm gonna change it. Ooh. All right. So. All these tickets are looking about like $1,500 is the average to any place in Africa.
Really?
But these are all like nice looking cities. I think
in Africa?
Surprisingly, yes.
That's got to all be the white part of Africa.
Yeah. Or like the one nice city in every country in Africa. I'm going to assume most of the countries at least have one. I've never been. We're just shitting on Africa.
We're shitting on Africa, and we've never been.
All right. So I'm going to imagine international flights. You kind of have to fly into the big city anyways. And if we wanted to fly somewhere shitty, we'd have to like fly out of like
one of those air taxis or something.
like
and that would cost...
We'd have to like probably fly to like the other side of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
And then get like a shitty little tiny propeller plane to Africa.
Yeah, and then at that point you're just making shit more complicated.
Yeah, might as well just spend the $1,500.
Might as well just swim.
Fly to Africa.
Do you think we could swim to Africa?
No.
Not gonna entertain that one at all. Like, no, we could not.
I just ignored all the rules of improv there just to be like, fuck you.
Fuck, did we have a D&D session that something like that happened? Well, not the obvious one.
Yes.
But there was something else where like we were trying to come up with a plan and someone was like, "No."
I feel like I might have been that guy to have just been like, no.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Oh, do you mind if I steal the Pepsi?
Oh, go for it, Chief.
Okie-doke. Ooh, what flavor is that? Juice?
Chaotic.
Chaotic?
It's pretty banging.
Damn.
That's gonna get me to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I hear you there, man. I had I still like to drink the original Monster. I know I'm like everybody else is kind of like, you fucking monster. Well, no, I didn't mean that. I meant animal. This haha, you're so punny. You're punny.
The only Monster that I would make fun of you for liking is the one in the teal can.
Teal can.
I don't remember what it's called. It's one of the ones, because like, you know, all the like colored cans, there would be like ultra something.
Yeah.
It's ultra whatever the fuck it's called. It wasn't, because some of them are just the colors, like ultra red or whatever.
Yeah.
Then others have wacky names. It's one of the ones with a wacky name, but it's a teal can. It tastes kind of like shit. It tastes bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was drinking it, and I was like, take a sniff of this to my coworker at the deli.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this one smells like the taste of Four Loko. So it's just kind of ass.
I know there's one that I think it's very, very funny in how like homoerotic it is. It's bright pink and it's called Pipeline Punch.
Oh,
it's
that's
very
hot.
Yeah. It's like Astolfo like pink.
Nice.
So it's like, yeah, dude, I know what you guys were going for.
That reminds me of our old classmate who was a master of the Alaskan pipeline.
The master himself.
I was working, and our coworker that you know,
yes.
my coworker that you know,
yes.
told us that occasionally he comes into the store. So I haven't seen him yet, but when I do, I'm just going to immediately be super enthused.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Along with, I saw Mr. Syracuse himself. He's there. I saw our U.S. history teacher in there. I saw, ye old hall monitor.
Yes.
She was in there. Who else have I seen in there? I saw twice. I've seen your stepson's mother.
My stepson's mother.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Oh.
She was in there twice.
I wonder why.
I think
Maybe,
both times she got flowers.
Yeah, maybe she's buying stuff for me to help build. That could be very true. My stepson. Oh man.
I'm pretty sure I've never met her before. So the first time she was in there, I looked in her phone number and I typed it in. I was like, "Oh, this is her. This is the one we always make jokes about."
Yeah.
And then the second time, I was like, "Oh, hi."
Dude, fucking my phone. I was on the crazy cart and I dropped it, taking a video, and now it's I don't know what sets it off, but it just keeps fucking restarting itself. And I think I'm just gonna tonight shut it down completely and just let it sit and charge and just kind of fucking be dormant.
Yeah.
So I did that earlier, but it's still not really fucking doing any favors.
Yeah, it might be time for it.
Oh, it's most definitely time for a new phone.
Yeah.
I definitely need to get a new phone. That one I've had for years.
Yep.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass because when I get a new phone, I want to get my own plan and shit. So I gotta go in and gotta fucking switch everything over, and I just don't have time for that shit sometimes.
Yep. It's a hassle. I'm still on the same plan, so I haven't gone through that yet. And I'm gonna try and milk it for as long as they'll let me.
I may switch it over to something else, but the one thing for sure is I need to go through when it's not being fucky. I need to clean up some of my dirty files on there and then just get it moved over into a new phone.
Just from fucking with Sean, I've just got so much random Rule 34 on my camera roll because I download them each time and then I send them to the group chat.
So I actually have when what was it? When Hentai Haven went down, there was a Google Drive that was accessible to the public of all the videos. And I went in and I found my favorite video and I downloaded it so that on the off chance that there's no, the power goes out or some shit, I will always have my favorite hentai on my phone. And I have it saved onto the SD card. So I can just pop that shit out, put it in the new phone, bada bing, bada boom, still got my favorite half an hour video.
Yeah, that reminds me of a story I'm absolutely not proud of at all. I don't even...
Is it one that you don't want to share?
I mean, I'll share it, but...
Are you disappointed?
So think back to 12-year-old me that's very, very horny.
Yes. Okay.
Power's been out for 2 days. It was one time in the summer. It went out for 2 days. And I had no material.
Yeah.
And I was looking around. I had my phone because I was able to charge it. I don't remember how, but I was able to charge my phone. I was on my phone. And I went into my camera roll and there was just a picture of a female. Wasn't a sexy picture. It was just a picture of them just standing there.
Oh no.
And I beat it to that picture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, it was rough.
Woo. I actually have... Oh my god, I just fucking remember... Oh my god. So, the phone I had before this one, when that got destroyed, half the screen was destroyed because I rolled over it with a gamer chair. One of the ones that was just the banana, didn't have the swivel thing. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a thing called Bluetooth transfer. And you can transfer your data over Bluetooth from one phone to another. That is what I did with all of my fucking stash onto my oldest phone, which is a fucking what are they called? Shit. The one that when it powers on, it goes droid, and it has that big red thing in the middle.
Yeah.
It still has a flip up fucking keyboard, but it's a touch screen, and it's only like this big. But when I'm running out, like when I know that I'm gonna run out of power, I plug in my portable charger. But then, if I don't have any, most of the time I don't keep stuff on my phone anymore. Just that one video.
Yep.
But I put all the old stuff onto that phone. So theoretically, I could put that video onto the other Spank Bank phone for when that phone dies. That way, I am literally like double set. Because then I got all these old pictures I never look at. And I've got the hentai. Yeah, dude, I'm a genius. I'm utilizing all of my assets.
Yes. Now, I've got unlimited data, so I just jerk it to whatever you when the power's out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I can use my data too, but I like to not use my data.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. It do be like that though sometimes when the fucking power goes out.
Yeah. Especially it's like you haven't done it in a while, and then the power's out, and you're like, really? The power went out right now? Like, I just got the urge.
Yep.
And it's like, well, this fucking sucks. Other times, the power can go out. It's like, alright, the power will be on in like 4 hours. I'm good. I did it like yesterday. I don't really need to.
Or you're like 6 days in, and your pillow's like slouched over looking at you funny, and you're like, listen here, motherfucker. I will get on top of you. Like white on rice. And you fucking just right onto the pillow. Just happens.
I always wanted to, as like a joke, get one of the anime body pillow cases because I have a body pillow.
Yeah.
I don't use it as like a hug pillow. It's just kind of like on top of two normal pillows because I like to have my head like really elevated.
Yeah.
But I always like wanted to like as a joke get one of the anime ones, and then I was like, fuck. No one that comes in here will think it's ironic.
No.
Everybody will just think I'm a pervert.
Yeah.
I am a pervert. But like,
yeah,
that was ironic.
Full disclosure. Perversion is 100% accurate. That's when you get there was one, what was it? Fucking, that girl from the Emoji Movie. The fucking goth bitch from the Emoji Movie.
Oh boy.
The fucking Emoji Movie.
Speaking of like, before we progress down the Emoji Movie rabbit, speaking of like anime shit that's ironic that like nobody would get, I'm like, the other day we were shooting the shotgun with the boys, and you went back here to look for ear protection, and I made an Attack on Titan joke, and I was like, I looked around, I was like, fuck, Tyler's not here, why did I even do that? Because like Jeffrey was like, why do bugs like risk their lives just like going after things that are like 100 times larger than them? And I was like, you clearly haven't watched Attack on Titan. And I chuckled, and then nobody else chuckled. I was like, fuck, Tyler's not here.
Fucking I made one the other day where what was it? I think I made a Naruto joke at Carter's. Oh, I started doing hand signs for fireball jutsu, and he was just like, he kind of started putting his hands up, and he was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, no.
To be fair, I've watched Naruto, and I can't do a single hand sign, but I would still get it if you started doing them.
Yeah, because you've got bam, 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 bam. Trying to remember, there's another one that's a hand over, but it's not that one. I don't remember all of it, but yeah.
Speaking of like people getting shit, I was going behind there's two dumpsters behind where I work, one for cardboard, one for garbage.
Yeah.
I was going to throw out or recycle some cardboard, and one of the guys I worked with was like in the back on break taking his lunch, and he was watching a critical video that I had just watched, and I like looked at him and I like gave him a look. I was like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and that guy's cool. Like, I haven't talked to him that much because we're like, two people are like really busy.
Yep.
And that's two kinds of people. It's the registers, and the people in the back that like operate the forklift. And I'm a cashier, and he's a forklift guy, so I don't get a chance to talk to him much. But every time I do, he's really fucking cool. We talk about shit like that.
Critical, like, I still don't think I have found a video that I didn't at least find, like, somewhat entertaining.
Dude, I don't get how there could be such a cool creator like him, but, like, the comment sections are always ass.
Yeah.
Like, there's one of the fan mail openings where it's like, I can't believe he just, like, this is, like, a video of him ignoring his girlfriend for an hour. And it's just, like, shit like that. It's like, goddamn, bro, like, usually when it's, like, a cool creator like that, the comment section's always chill as fuck.
Yeah.
But his comment section, for some reason, always has a bunch of goofballs like that.
I'm still surprised he doesn't have more subscribers with how many people know him.
Yeah.
He's pretty fucking popular, I'd say.
I think I mostly stick to the YouTube content. I don't know how his Twitch scene's.
Oh, that's true. He probably does have
popping for him.
I would say Twitch is probably popping for him because he's pretty fucking proficient with getting those on time. He has a lot of fucking stuff to do. Like I feel like he's definitely that type of person that like if they're not doing something, they get kind of like distraught.
Mm-hmm. Cause
he is fucking constantly doing stuff. If it's not one thing, it's something on the fucking complete other end of the spectrum. Like if he's not opening up Pokemon cards, he's with his dad tuning up a fucking Barbie truck. Like, it's fucking... He's doing all sorts of shit.
He's also one of the few streamers where I feel like their reaction content is valid enough to make it, like, to, like, upload a clip of the reaction content to their own channel.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really do that. But, like, if he did, I would be like, alright, you're actually adding enough commentary to where it's not just straight ripping the video.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Twitch streamers, like, it's, like, I don't give a shit when it's, like, during their stream. But when they, like, upload the VODs of them reacting to shit, it's like, their reactions are most of the time, it's like, they're basically just ripping that other video.
Yeah, and it's kind of like when you watch somebody... it's like when you watch somebody doing an impersonation of like a show like Conan, like a late night show, versus actually just watching Conan out doing something that's out of the normal. It's like you can have a formula down and you can be like proficient enough at that formula, but it's a whole other ballpark when the person themselves are entertaining. Cause like when the person, cause Charlie's a pretty entertaining guy. And it's just like, you can watch him do just about anything, and you can find something to enjoy out of it. Like, I wasn't a particularly huge fan of him doing that, talking about some of the cooks. Like, when he was doing that for a little bit, you remember how he was watching these different shitty YouTube cooks?
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't, like, a huge fan of that,
I fucking loved the sausage collab video he did with is it Mr. Sausage or whatever the fuck his name is?
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Sausage Legend. I don't know. But they made a bunch of random shit into sausages. That was a fun video.
Because, like, I wasn't although, when I started watching that was, like, close to when Leafy was coming back, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I just remember like watching that stuff, and then it like, since the Leafy thing was on my mind, it was just, even though it wasn't the same, it wasn't identical, it was just close enough to where it was like, I don't want to watch this right now. I don't want to watch somebody's like, I don't want to watch a commentary type thing. Right. Is that OJ bad?
I can't tell.
What's the date on there? On the back.
Oh, is it on the back?
Yeah.
June 23rd.
Oh, weird.
I'm going to give you a shot of this because I need a second opinion.
Okay. Oh, I also got to bring my beer stein next time I'm over.
Yes. Because, like, it tastes normal at first, but then I get hit with a little weirdness at the end.
What is it? Oh, I think that might just... Is that just my glass, or does that look like that's separated?
I think that's just the glass.
That might just be the shot glass, but
Uh.
do go.
Is it hitting you with a little weirdness at the end?
Kinda, yeah. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, because, like...
It does not taste like normal orange juice.
I might just... I don't know. I'm going to finish it because it's not that bad. It's just a little weird.
Huh. Yeah, it is just kind of like a little weird.
Yeah. That'll always... Not always. It sometimes happens to me with milk, too, where it's not past the date yet. And it's not, like, disgusting. But I'll feel like it's a little weird.
I am horrible with the smell test for milk, because milk just always smells bad to me.
See, I can only...
Yeah.
I can't do it in the subtle stages. I can only detect this milk is good or this milk expired 7 years ago. I can't smell the in-between where it's like, it's a little iffy, because I'm also bad at tasting it when it's a little iffy, too.
Yeah, that's my thing, is like, but I also don't drink milk all that often.
I am a large consumer of milk.
And you definitely have the stronger bones than I.
I'm not fat, I'm big boned.
I'm just big boned.
Somebody said that the other day at the beach as like a joke, and I was like, has anyone, like, I know people have, but it's like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone in person use that seriously.
I don't think I have either. I'm gonna go with, because most of the time whenever I heard anything that was in a similar vein, it was that I'm not fat, I'm just husky.
Wow.
That's the one I always heard. Wasn't that a size for kids' clothes at one point?
I think you're right about this.
Yeah, I think I used to buy husky clothes.
Alright.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever seen any images of me, like, back in elementary.
And this is not an elementary image of you, but Teresa sent me a screenshot of a Facebook post.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Is it the one where, like, I'm sitting in a chair with my brother?
It's, come on, why won't it let me fucking zoom in?
Oh, God, I'm scared.
This is from middle school. It's the three of us. It's me, you, and Pretty Boy.
Oh my
the
God!
The night we stayed out in your
the
camper.
fucking Tron.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
When I was trying to fucking sleep and you were like winging glow sticks
Yeah,
at me.
dude. And then I played fucking Carmel Dodson. Oh my God, dude. Fuck. I have old pictures of when Pretty Boy and I went to fucking. We went to a theme park together, an amusement park. And then the fucking, like before going on roller coasters and shit. And, like, I'm looking at the old pictures and I'm like, oh my God, I was big. Like, I got a little bit of the gut, but that's because I'm kind of slacking on my workouts right now. I hope Sean's not listening, but... Yeah.
Fuck you, Sean.
Fuck you, Sean. I'm just lazy. But... other than that, I still weigh exactly what I did back in high school. Like, even back into early high school.
I think I've had the same weight for just about 4 or 5 years. I don't think I've changed all that much.
Mm-hmm. And as long as I don't hit the weight limit on the drift cart, I'm good. And I think I'm safe by like 60-something pounds.
I think the lowest I weighed in high school was... I think freshman, at one point, like the start of freshman year, I weighed 260.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I came down from 280 to that, and now I'm sitting at right about 270.
You might not be able to go on the drift cart.
I will cry.
Do you want to know what the recommended is for it?
What is it?
240.
Tyler? I'm not gonna eat food for a month. Fucking watch me. I will achieve 240. I'm gonna drink orange juice and nothing else for a month. I'm not gonna eat food. I'm just gonna drink orange juice.
Oh yeah, Well, the other thing that doesn't like muscle weigh more than fat, so it's kind of tough on that end, because once you start to drop weight, but like, or if you convert fat into muscle, then you can still end up weighing more.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna starve myself until I weigh 240, so I can ride that fucking cart.
Just start, find where the fat is, and then just start taking needles and sucking it out. So that way you've got, like, fucking horrendous stretch marks.
1 second.
He's got to go find one of the hypodermic needles we got around in the studio.
I mean, I could go get the insulin syringes.
You could go get the ones upstairs.
All right. How much do you think I should just take?
Just like it's like a cake. Just take the fucking straight little right through. Oh yeah, you got it. You're gonna. Oh, did you get any hair?
No, I didn't press hard enough for hair.
Dude, at work, somebody came up to me with one of the fucking pizza cutters and just went like shink, like over my stomach. It didn't hurt or anything, but the feeling of a pizza cutter in like a second just getting rolled over your stomach.
Yeah, because I don't know about the ones you guys have at your workplace, but the ones I own in my house are definitely not sharp enough to scare me.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like one at a professional place I'd be freaking the fuck out if somebody did that to me.
It was a little fucking frightening because he did it and he started laughing like a maniac and I was like, oh my god.
Dude, I used to fucking love playing the witches when we read Macbeth in high school.
Yes. Dude. I used to do is it General Zarkov from the Dangerous Game?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. General Zarya from hit game Overwatch. Used to have to do that voice.
Oh, was it? I was talking because Carter was asking me about like college and stuff and like if I have any plans, and I was like, I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe I could be like a high school teacher. I feel like I could teach high school, and I was like maybe something like an English teacher. And I was like, because you know how like we used to have to like read to a certain chapter of like a book and then take a quiz on it the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I'd do shit like that, but like if you read aloud in class and you came up with a voice for a character, it's like I would wait and you wouldn't have to take the reading quiz. I'd do shit like that.
I was talking with somebody today and I'm not necessarily thinking about a teacher per se, but maybe like a counselor, like a school counselor.
Yes.
I feel like I could do that, but I would have to be at the right school because of how many fucking meetings with staff you also have to do. That would suck. And then there's all the jazz with like setting up everybody's class, and if there's like students that I don't know, I can't personally like. There's certain calls that you kind of have to make where it's like, if I don't know that kid personally, I don't want to fuck up their future and give them a class that, you know, is not interested in them. Yeah. But
yeah, and then that's why I feel like if I was gonna be a teacher, it would have to be like an English teacher, cause like most of the classes where I had something that I enjoyed it would be like a fun thing from English class that we did like once a year. So I feel like I could just make those once a year things a more regular occurrence.
Yeah.
And just make a really fun English class.
If I got like really active, I'd want to be one of the cool PE teachers that people taught. Not one of those pedophile PE teachers that everybody ends up dealing with at least once in their life, but one of the cool ones that people rarely get to deal with. How come like some of the bigger people in the school as far as teacher goes, sometimes they end up being the fucking PE teachers?
I don't know. Cause don't you like have to take a bunch of science classes to be a PE teacher?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
That's what. You know, I don't remember which PE. This might have been back in elementary school, but I could have sworn I remember like one PE teacher saying you have to take like a bunch of science classes for it.
I'm pretty because there's if you remember with the alternative learning stuff that I did, they if you there are certain things where like if you are like you show enough knowledge in the content itself, then you don't need a teaching degree. But then there's also the flip side of if you have a teaching degree, you could be like an English. You could be for like English major, but if you know enough about history, they're like, you're still a teacher. A teacher is a teacher.
Yeah.
It could be a situation like that too, where it's like, yeah, you're supposed to be an English teacher, but you're really healthy, and you know how, like, we have a curriculum already set up for the year, so you just gotta follow it.
Yeah. That's what I think I would rather. I think I could teach any class. I could even teach math class, but I'd rather kill myself than teach a math class. Just because, like, I was good with numbers and shit in school. I fucking hated it, though. It's boring as fuck.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm just not into it.
No, and I'm pretty big into, like, logistically thinking about shit, and, you know, the stuff that I have to do if I don't know expressly the equations and all of the arithmetic for it, I can figure it out figure my way around it intuitively enough to where I can do whatever the fuck I need to do. There's no goddamn way I would be able to teach my thought processes to somebody else if it came to math.
That's what I fucking hated about math class. The more math classes I took in high school was like, they'd give me a problem like it used to be, and I would like, even if I didn't remember the exact method they taught me, I could like fumble around with like math like logically and get a correct answer, but they fucking beat that out of me where like I couldn't do it. I had to use the method they taught me because like they just beat the ability to think about it logically and solve it. Like it definitely was never as efficient as the method they taught.
Yeah.
But I could still solve the problem eventually. But they beat that shit out of my head to where like the last math class I took, like if the method they gave me, like I couldn't apply it directly, I just was fucked on that question. It's like, damn, bro. I used to be able to do this shit and now I can't because they fucking would like poke me with a stick every time I did it the way they didn't teach me.
Yeah, and then there was a teacher that I had that was like, you have to show your work, and it was like, okay, I'm doing this in my head, and the thing is I went and I spoke to the teacher, and I did some of the questions in front of him, and I told him, I was looking through it, and he's like, all right, so what's this? And I just fucking took a second, and I was like, it's that. And he's like, you need to write your work. And I'm like, but clearly you see I'm not cheating. I just did it out of my head. And he's like, I know you're not cheating, but I have to double check with your homework. But it's like...
that would always bother me because, like, I understood on the tests, he's like, show your work for every little step because he would give as much partial credit for questions he could with every bit of work. I didn't get it on anything else because, like, the homework was basically, did you do it and did you fix your mistakes the next day?
Yeah.
I don't get why you needed to show work, but that's, like, for that teacher, I developed, like, after trial and error, the minimal amount of work I could show while still getting by for him. It was a process, and it was unnecessary, but I did it.
I think that I am... for me, at least from what I'd heard from everybody else, it looked like I had the easiest time getting out of that class that almost anybody in the history of our school has had.
I think so.
Because I just kept hearing stories of people being like, are you sure that he's gonna like sign off on the paper? And I literally just walked in, told him what was up, and he signed my paper. He didn't even look at me. And but everybody else was like, you know, it took me weeks to drop the class. I was never allowed to drop the class, and the rest of my grades started to fail. And I kind of felt bad because I was like, damn, I just got the paper signed and left.
See, I was one of his students but I feel like he had that same level of disregard for me, even though I was going to every class. Because, like, I never asked for extra help. I would also, if I was sick, I wouldn't turn in homework the next day and shit like that. And I think he just kind of, like, gave up on me. Because I dropped AP Calc, but, like, I applied for it in the first place, and I went to the meeting. He's like, "You applied for this class?" And it's like, yeah. He's like, I just kind of felt like he had a similar level of where he disregarded for me, where he just didn't care.
Yeah, and for all the preaching of, like, class being, you know, I have only ever had 2 kids ever fail, I was kind of like, wow, okay, because if anything, my 2 trains of thought were either, one, he's like, alright, he's just not going to use this, he doesn't give a shit, he's clearly a smart kid, but he doesn't care enough about the class. There's nothing I can do to keep him in this class besides be a dick. Or the other train of thought was, I don't need this guy be just disregarding class and then holding my record down.
And that's like another thing for like people he wouldn't let drop.
Yep.
Even if they were like, cause like I knew a few people, like I'm not like trying to insult them. It's just like they're smart people. It's just math was not their subject.
Yeah.
And they tried to drop, and he'd be like, "Oh, come on, put in some extra effort." It's because they were people that were going to him for extra help, but it's not. They weren't going for him for extra help because they cared. They were going because if they didn't go for extra help, they would literally be failing. They had to go.
Yeah, they had to.
They didn't want to go for extra help because they're like, "Oh, I know if I go and I spend 40 minutes after school with Papa math teacher, I'll be able to do it. It's if I don't go spend those 40 minutes, I'll be failing."
Yeah, and it fucking sucks when you get into a situation like that, because there are classes where it's like, yeah, if you fucking waste even more time than school already wastes on you, you can get back to passing. But then there are situations that you're thrown in where it's like the teacher doesn't care to such a point that they don't tell you, and they're like, you should have known that you were failing, now you're failing. And then it's like, wait a fucking minute, hold on there. This guy will make it so that I'm not failing if I waste even more time with him. You're not even going to tell me that I'm failing, you're just going to let me fall on my face. But I feel like, as much as I didn't like having that math class, at the very least, like, I guess it's a better alternative than just instantly failing, is to have, like, alright, you spend an extra 40 minutes with me, you'll at least be passing. But the other way, it just kind of fucking baffled me.
I will say that about that math teacher is, if you even once told him that you cared, he would not give up on trying to make it work for you.
Yeah.
The only problem is he would also try that for like a lot of people that genuinely just needed to drop the class.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, the judgment.
I will admit it is kind of tricky business on judging whether or not you should let a student drop.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still think he definitely could have handled that better.
Yeah, and it also doesn't help that he was the only teacher for that subject, because when you go into the science classes, there's 2 options, right?
Except for Physics.
Physics isn't a must?
Oh, Physics is not a must.
Oh.
But there's only one physics teacher.
Yes. There's...
We had...
What were the 2 classes?
Earth Science.
Or no, so like there was the junior year, or the freshman year and sophomore year, but then junior year and senior year there were 2 science options, right?
Oh, junior year you could choose between physics or chemistry.
Yeah. For math though, you have to pick trig, or to get a different diploma, you get financial math.
Yes. If you want the was it advanced?
Advanced. Yeah, advanced Regents diploma.
I mean, it also. I don't know how it is in the rest of the state, but it might have just been because our school couldn't offer any other options. There's probably bigger schools where you can differentiate more between the maths. But our school, you really only had that one option, which was, I feel like, a major roadblock for a lot of people.
Oh, most definitely. That was definitely the make or break for a lot of things.
I enjoyed the fuck out of physics class.
I wanted to do more science classes, but because there was no way I was doing, like, I did not want to do financial math, and I didn't want to do, there were a couple other things at the school that the teachers themselves, I just did not want to deal with. So I went to that alternative learning thing, and I did automotives, and while I had fun sometimes, other times it sucked dick in a non-fun way.
Yeah.
It was just awful. It was like, I'm not learning anything. I'm not having fun. Why the fuck am I here? Because, like, if you're learning shit but you're not having fun, it's like, yeah, this kind of sucks, but at least I'm learning. But, and then there's the few days where it's like, I'm having fun. I'm not learning anything, but whatever. I'm just spending 2 hours fucking around instead of, trying to cram shit into my head.
That's where, like... That's what I don't like about, like, a couple of the jobs I've worked where it's like I'm not working. I'm just basically spending my entire day trying to look busy.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've done literally everything I can do here, and now there's nothing to do except for look busy so I don't get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And those usually jobs are the ones where the shifts go by the slowest, and it's quite often a lot in, like, retail, like, jobs.
Yeah, that's where I definitely had times where I'd have, like, a slower shift at the corporate pizza place I used to work at, where it was like, holy fuck, there's nothing to do but, like, dishes. And then the second that I pause doing the dishes, it's because I have to go cook and I gotta wash my hands and shit. But then, like, as soon as I'm done again, it's like I got nothing to do. And some of the people were insufferable. And it's like, I'm literally just, these are the longest 5 hours of my life. Nothing to do. And then you, like, most of the time, like, you can find some sort of solace in bored eating. But after you have the food there for long enough, you kind of sit there and you're like, I don't even want to eat. Like, I don't have anything I want to do. It's fucking boring.
Yeah. The new job I just got at the hardware store is not bad. Like, I haven't had a day where I've been super fucking bored. I've always had some shit to do. But if I'm still working there come winter time, I asked our mutual friend, and I will probably be bored out of my mind in the winter time. Because for some reason, people don't need hardware shit in the winter.
Weird.
I mean, I guess a lot of hardware projects are outside. But I still feel like, especially for, like, construction companies and shit, or, like, other businesses that need parts and stuff, you would still visit the hardware store quite frequently in winter as well.
Oh, I got a burp. I got a Pepsi burp that won't come out. It's only halfway out.
Dude, speaking of sounds, I don't know if the mic ever picked it up, but when I was walking to grab that orange juice, I lifted my knee, and right as it was about mic level, the joint popped.
Ooh.
And I wonder if the mic picked that up.
Ooh, a nice little ASMR joint crack. Ooh, gotta love that. Oh yeah, getting those phalanges in there, all up in that mic. We gotta get one of those whack ass ones that's like the head with the ears, and
we can, like, lick the ears.
Oh, dude. Okay. I have had that happen, and I gotta say, it actually does kind of translate in hotness. Because, like, I saw it in a video once, and I was like, eh. But then it happened, and I was like,
yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
I will, like, ASMR is, like, it's, like, that's the one thing, like, some people are, like, they do, like, sexual shit, and it's, like, not fam, I'm here to, like, fall asleep.
Yeah.
And like I'll watch like most ASMR videos. Like I fell asleep one time to some chick fitting me for lingerie. Yeah.
I typically I found these videos from one dude that has like literally hours through of like rain and shit without ads.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just throw the same video on. It's like a 3-hour video. I just throw that on and literally like put it on the background, move my phone away, and it's like, all right, going to bed. Peace the fuck out.
I will say, like, dude, ASMR like content creators are like the only people who, for the sake of their content, don't put mid-roll ads on there.
Yeah, because it really would just ruin it. I mean,
I like if I'm like half asleep or fully asleep, but I still have my earbuds in, and I just hear like fucking an insurance ad start blaring in my ears, I would probably be a little bit pissed off.
yeah, I definitely end up getting fucking pissed when I used to watch, like, mainly just rain noises, sometimes with like light acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But if it stopped and it had to tell me something about a fucking Hyundai, I'd be like, dude, just stop. I'm trying to fucking sleep. Or the ones that used to suck too is I used to listen to these little like compositions, or not compositions, but like it was different time zones and different like generations of the game, but Animal Crossing music.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just kind of be playing that stuff, and it would go from, I think it's 7 p.m. has the one that is the song I really like, but then it would go to one from an older game that was a different time, and it was like really upbeat, and it was just like boop 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 or some shit, and I'd be like, dude, I'm trying to sleep. I don't want to bust a move.
What the fuck do you want?
Do you feel this? Or do you just...
It's lighter.
What? Oh, okay.
You have the lighter fluid too.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, my bad.
He's absolutely not here right now.
Oh, fuck.
You might want to, after we're done, go out and see how they're doing.
Yeah, might have to go supervise some of the kiddos.
Oh. Dude, we were absolutely like steamrolled at work, and there's only 2 registers, so it only makes sense to have 2 cashiers.
Mm-hmm.
Except when one of us has to go on lunch and we're like steamrolled, kind of fucking sucks for the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know if we're gonna be this lucky all the time, but like, one of the ladies out in the greenhouse and one of the dudes who works in the back
Mm-hmm.
can like technically operate the register, but they're not cashiers. So like, it fucking sucks because one of us will go on lunch like the second it gets clear, but like halfway through our lunch it'll get cooking,
Mm-hmm.
and so they'll have to take one of them from wherever they are.
Wait, was it you and mutual friend?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
What?
Me and him were the cashiers today.
Damn. That's steamrolled?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We were like, when both of us were out there, we were going through customers.
Oh, yeah.
But like, it would clear up for a few minutes and it'd be about lunchtime, and I would be like, you want to go on lunch? He'd be like, all right, I'll go on lunch. And like, maybe like 20 minutes into his lunch, the customers would come back, and I had to call the lady in from the greenhouse to help me until he got done. And I didn't take my lunch till pretty late today. I did it at like 2:30, and I went at 2:30, and at like 2:45, the guy from the back had to come out and help Dan. I
Damn.
felt bad for the paint guy though, because he's the only one in the paint department that was here today. So he had to like stop and start his lunch like 5 times today.
That fucking blows. There's a sandwich shop in the town that I like to occasionally get like delivered over, but fucking just trying to take any sort of like meal time at all, it sucks because instead of a straight up half-hour break, I get 5-minute breaks every hour if we have the time for it. Technically, I could just say, fuck you, I'm going, it's my legal right. But most of the time, I end up just not taking any of them because it's such a short period of time where it's like I can't do anything with 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of fucked a little bit that the law can just allow them to, like, instead of full break, you get the 5 minutes on the hour.
Yeah, because it definitely.
It's like you can't eat a meal in 5 minutes.
No.
I just feel like it's not comparable.
No, it's not. And it sucks because, like, when you're working, when you're a minor, it's different because they can literally get, like, shut down for not giving you breaks. But when you're a full-ass adult and shit, it's like, if you don't get your break, unless you're in a fucking union, most of the time it's like, you're shit out of luck.
I say most jobs where I worked, where it's like, it's just kind of do your break when you can, kind of thing. It always would like fucking suck, and I never got a break. I would just end up working the whole day. At the deli, there wasn't like a break, but like me and the guy I worked with at the deli were just so good that we'd get all the shit done and just hang about. Doing with the slow trickle of customers and just basically chilling for the rest of the night. So that was good at the deli, and then now the hardware store is good because they're like, you have your 30 minutes, take your 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And so the last two I've had were pretty good about that.
Yeah, and
in
I mean,
their own ways.
I don't think it's gonna kill me or
Yeah.
anything, but fucking...
It's just annoying.
It's annoying, yeah. Especially because I think I do like 6.5 hour shifts or something like that, and it's like, it's not like,
it's nothing like a 9 to 5, no breaks, hunched over in a fucking office chair, but it can suck.
Right now I'm on 5 days a week on the schedule, and we're scheduled out till this weekend that I have off.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can talk to my manager before this weekend and see if when he makes the next schedules he can put me on 4 days a week instead, just cause 8-hour shifts are long, and like with the whole situation in my home right now, he's down in the other town and I'm basically running this ship,
Yeah.
and like, so it's kind of rough. So I'm gonna ask if I can work 4 days a week from now on.
Yeah, it's fucking, especially when you're doing, because that's, that's definitely full time,
Yes,
right?
and right now I'm literally, it's 40 hours a week right now, and so it'll be 32 if I do 4 days a week.
Which will be just barely under full time.
Yeah. And I don't get any full-time benefits,
No.
so it doesn't really matter that much to me that it won't be full-time.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a hardware store, right?
And I don't get, technically I don't get any full-time benefits because it's, like, I only have full-time. There is no part-time for where I work, so it's like, but, fucking A, bro. Just thinking about work makes me fucking drained.
Yeah, I did do a shift, so I'm already drained.
Yeah, that's true. Today I just played Fallout New Vegas for a while, and
Nice.
I gotta make sure when I get home. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm closer again to finishing Naruto. I'm at 430 something.
Alright. So, last time the boys all hung out, we had a fire.
Yeah.
We dropped a can of butane in that fire. Big explosion, cool. I checked on the shelves at work. They're like $4.30 something cents a can. I have a 10% employee discount. We could clear the shelf and just duct tape them all up.
Oh my god.
And have a fucking big Bertha butane explosion.
There is no way we don't get some sort of, like, disturbing the peace type shit on that night.
The
Somebody's gonna call the police.
only if we do this, I'm definitely building like a wall for everyone to run and hide behind when we do it.
Yeah.
And there's one sole reason for that. I thought of it, and it was, what if one can blows first, and it pushes the other cans out, and then those blow. So either I'm going to build a wall, or everybody's going to run. So we usually have a fire in the corner of the field in front of my house. So if we do that, I'm either going to build a wall, or everybody's going to run from that corner to the other corner and just not stop until the explosion happens. There was like a lot of cans on that shelf.
Yeah. Dude, the one that scared me was the shaving cream because the fucking can launched at you.
Yes. I'm pretty sure it was just the plastic lid.
Yeah.
The can was still in the fire pit. The lid came off. And I did like a fucking Street Fighter spin move around it.
You are kind of built like Chun-Li. A little bit.
Got the thighs.
Get the fucking thighs.
Dude. I'd be fucking... I wouldn't mind being Chun-Li. That'd be fucking awesome.
Chun-Li is fucking... Chun-Li fucks.
Yeah.
That is how we are going to elegantly put it. It's
Yes.
Chun-Li fucks.
Like, I'm happy with my assigned birth, gender, and genitals.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if somebody was like, bam, I blasted you with a ray, now you're Chun-Li, I'd be like, alright, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would not miss my penile apparatus.
My sexual probe, as I like to refer to it. That makes it sound like a lot more gross than it should.
Makes it sound a lot more rapey than it should.
Yeah.
Because, like, I probe, like, it's aliens put you to sleep and they put things up your butt. That's what probe triggers to me.
Do you think like people are still getting abducted by aliens, but aliens have like seen popular culture and they go, wait, so we are, according to their planet standards and their anatomy, we are performing non-consensual sexual acts on them by sticking them in that hole. We're not going to do that anymore. And then people get like abducted by aliens and they just put like a chip in their arm and people wake up and they're like, wait, my asshole isn't fucked up. And they're like, yeah, no, we kind of like, we learned from that. We're sorry about that, guys. And that's why people aren't talking about their abductions anymore.
We're going way more depth in this than need be, but it depends on whether or not these aliens have the concept of sex. Because if they do, then they would realize unconsensual sex way faster. If they don't, they would have to understand the concept of sex and then understand unconsensual sex first.
Or at the very least, they would have to have done enough probing to understand that the area at which they are sticking the probes in is sensitive on humans to a point where it makes them, as a general race, uncomfortable. Yes. And then they would see like if they watched Grey's Anatomy and saw people getting shots. I don't know what they do on Grey's Anatomy besides bitch about things and talk about 30 milligrams of CC. But maybe they would see something like that and go, oh, it would appear that this culturally is more acceptable. Let's do that.
We also have to assume that they care.
That's true. If they don't care, or if they they purposefully do it because they know that they're raping us, that would also be fucked up.
Yeah.
Because they're like we could put it in your arm, but we're gonna fucking stick it up your ass.
Maybe they have you fill out a form. Where do you want the probe to go?
Or maybe they only you know how there's like country hicks always talk about like I saw a flying saucer and shit like that. Maybe they're like, fuck you, ignorant fuck. I'm gonna stick something up your ass.
You're gonna find out that you like it.
Yeah, you're gonna find out you like it, motherfucker, and you're not gonna know what to believe anymore. Not only are you visited by aliens, but now the alien just stimulated your prostate.
Nice. stand prostate stimulation.
We stand for those who stimulate the prostate and aliens of all sorts. I'm trying to think if there's any aliens that I cannot get behind. Because, like, even the ones from the movies, aliens, like, they're just animals.
That's the thing, because, like, if we, like, meet an alien species that's, like, about as intelligent as dogs, then, like, there's nothing you could do. But if you meet one that's like, even if it looks like a dog, but if it talked to you in a language, it technically wouldn't be bestiality. Because
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the whole thing, is like dogs and animals like that
They
they can't consent.
Yeah, because they just have the primal...
Yeah, they don't understand.
They don't understand.
But if it could like hold the conversation with you and know what it's talking about, it can then consent.
So then...
It would still be very weird.
Here's the fine line. The people that train their dogs to speak to them with those press buttons.
That's not holding a conversation. I mean, it's still...
It's communicating.
It's communicating.
And it
But unless it can, like... And if it, like... I feel like the furthest I'm willing to go down is if the dog, like, dipped one of its paws in some ink or dragged it in the sand and, like, wrote it out. I feel like that's the lowest level I'd be willing to go for this. Not, like, that's... Take it or leave it. That's what you're getting.
So if you go out there right now and you see written in ink on the floor,
If I saw
sex.
the dog do it, no, it would have to be like a full sentence. Like I would have to see
I
the
want
dog.
your sex.
I want to have sex with you.
okay, would it be more or less acceptable if it was using slang, like it's spelled sex like SEGGS, like I want the segs?
I would. I don't know, because I would have to then verify whether or not it was like memeing, or whether or not it just was dumb. It didn't know how to write it.
Yeah, because that's like, if it was just memeing, then it's even more fucked up, because then you just picked up your dog that can speak to you, and you just fucked it.
Yeah, I mean, either way, like, even if it can speak to me, I'm not gonna fuck a dog.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not into that. But, like, if somebody that was into fucking dogs had a dog that, like, one day just started using vocal cords to talk to it and was like, yes, you human, I would like to fuck you. That would be, like, the one time where I'm like, alright, I guess you can fuck your dog.
Yeah. I feel like, if anything... So, here's... For a more realistic, like, fucked up middle line drawn, is dolphins. When people fuck dolphins...
I mean, sometimes the dolphin tries to fuck the person.
That's exactly it, because, like, a dog... correct me if I'm wrong, or if... Because I don't have any fucking knowledge on this, but I'm pretty sure dogs don't just, like... Well, dogs might actually be a bad example, because dogs just hump shit,
Yeah.
but they don't, like... They're not, like, different modes
A lot of the fucking zoophiles, or whatever the fuck they're called, take the dog humping them as consent when it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not, because dogs will just hump shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're looking for pleasure or anything. It's just like dogs just go over and fucking do shit like that. Same with like dogs that go over to the door. Like most of the time it means your dog just needs to go out and piss. But there's also times where your dog will just sit by the door and you open up the door and they don't move because they don't need to go out. They just fucking sat by the door. Dolphins though. Dolphins do fuck for other reasons than reproduction. They do fuck for pleasure. And that's different because now it's still a primal urge thing, but they do have it ingrained in them to do it for fun.
Alright. Here's what I'm just gonna solidify my stance. We don't fuck animals. If dolphins evolved maybe like millions of years down the line, you fucked evolved dolphin, sure. Or if you find like a sapient alien species that is similar, or any sapient alien species you can fuck, I don't care if they can consent. Fuck sapients. That's what I'm gonna say. Fuck sapient creatures.
You mean sentient?
Sentient.
Yeah.
Sapient.
Because
Fucking whatever. Sentient creatures.
Yes.
Fuck sentient creatures.
Okay.
That's my stance on fucking things.
Yes, I would also like to clarify that I am in no way possible defending people and their desires to fuck things.
This was just a fun
This
conversation.
is just fun, yeah, just something to an entertaining thought to think about.
Also, one time Carter fucked his cat.
Yeah, Carter fucked his cat once. That's the deep, dirty, dark secret.
Yeah.
I don't think Carter has ever owned a cat in his life.
That's why I went with cat.
Yeah, cat's a good one to go with, especially because we're getting close. What are we at right
We're
now?
at an hour and 50.
An hour 50. Yeah, I think that's a lot of sifting through just to find like what the title is.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
I'd have to say.
I'm almost. You could
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah, we can call it. Yeah.
Alright. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thanks for tuning in to this educational conversation on fucking a lot of stuff and not fucking a lot of stuff.
Fucking and fucking and fucking you,
Fucking
boy.
and fucking and fucking you, boy. This has been the R.A.T.cast.